What's going on, people? What is going on, people? As you already know, this is Monday night. If you don't know what that picture was, we're going to explain what that picture is after we do the introduction. I am the debonair, six man, K Styles. And to my stage left, it is your man's, the great one, Mad Mike Sports. And this is Monday Night Cooler Talk, Q&A Monday. So we appreciate y'all tuning in with us. But Mike, we got three special words for him. What are those three special words we got for him?
Mad Mike Sports? Or is it the real roll cow?
Roll call. And today's roll call, it's going to go to Joseph Thornton, YMOF Jamal. We got our player, another one of our player partners, Marwin Johnson, in the building. Pat Norris, Red Swarm, Bubba Gump, Tail Sports and Gaming. We got the professor in the building. Y'all make sure y'all go and show him some love. We got Jerry Bowie, Low Ski, William Amy, Asipo Basie, Michael Walker, not that Michael Walker, ATL Leo, D. Coleman. We got Miss Carrie in the building, AKA
My heart belongs to you.
just like
it wasn't to y'all, it was the carry.
exactly. Exactly. We got Georgia, Texas boy, Mias Clark, Angelo Hart, Prince Kale 89, The Real, and Floyd Donnelly. So we appreciate Carrie.
We got both of us saying. Oh,
Is
boy.
that in 3, 2, 1? What's going on, people? What is going on, man? If y'all already know, tonight's topic is we found a couple Q&A questions. Y'all also make sure y'all leave questions in here that we're going to be talking about. But first, before we get started with that, does anybody know that picture that I just put at the beginning of the show? Do anybody know what that picture came from? If you don't know what I'm talking about, let me go ahead and put it up there. Let me see if anybody can guess it. Anybody know where that picture came from? See if we can get a couple guesses in here. Let's see if we get a couple guesses in here. I don't see no guesses.
One.
Okay. We see 2.
All right, okay.
Let's see 3. Okay, just make sure everybody did their damn homework.
Mm-hmm.
I want to make sure everybody did their homework. For those that don't know, that was my drunk first appearance.
He was drunk as hell, y'all.
I was drunk, boy.
Oh,
Showing
man.
off sauce. I think I had about like 5 beers that whole show. I was like,
we had to get him drunk so he could calm his nerves on the show, y'all. He was a fucking wreck. I promised him, like, KSI, you're gonna be all right, but he was not trying to hear that.
the reason why I put that up there, and like I said, And this is why I always say before we start, so this is why I always give shouts out to not only Mad Mike Sports, but Miss Maggie T and Don. Because these three are the main reason why I'm here with y'all right now with what I do. So I want everybody to give those three people their flowers.
Hey man, we appreciate it. I don't think we'd be here without you, to be honest, man. We appreciate that. That's for damn sure.
Exactly. And the reason why I say that too is you got people out here that say that they want to do it. Fuck it. Do it. You don't need expensive equipment. You don't need the number one laptop computer program in the world.
Man.
All your ass need is a phone. That's all you need is a damn phone.
That's where I started.
Exactly.
Everybody remember my rants.
So that's why I say all you need is a phone and a voice. So even if you haven't started now, you can go ahead and do it now if you want to. If you feel like you're comfortable doing it, go ahead and do it. This is where I give my flowers to those guys. To them. I have to.
Y'all don't know how long we tried to get, bro. Oh my God. It took us a long time to get him comfortable, but he did. That's one thing I say. This is not something Kev like to do. And I'm not calling him K Styles. I'm calling him Kevin. Kevin does not like to do this type of stuff. So to see him get out of his comfort zone, bro, like it it took us some years. Believe it or not, it took us some years to convince him to get to this point. So if he can do it, man, especially if he can do it, your ass can do it. You can do
it. So like I said, man, shoot. At the end of the day, what we do here, we do this for everybody here that's watching us, for those that may not be here to watch us. And we always say one thing, we not for everybody. So let's go ahead and get this show started today, man. And Mike, you sent me a few questions that we want to go ahead and chime in on, man. So let's go ahead and look. Everybody giving you some shouts out. Joseph here said, he said, when I first heard Mike, I was like, who this guy cursing outside about?
Oh man. Oh.
But
I embarrassed all my family. Believe it or not, every last one of my family members was embarrassed to me. My aunt, my dad, everybody was embarrassed to me, bro.
Boy. I was looking back at that. I'm about to say, looking back at that video, boy, I was like, bro, yeah, I was drunk as shit, boy, because I wasn't remembering a damn thing.
Hey man, whatever to get comfortable, hell, that's how you got on there, man.
Look, I tell MVGs right. He said I talk slow as hell sometimes. Hey, as long as you hear what I'm saying, I'll talk as slow as I need to talk. Because some folks may be slow too, so I gotta talk slow at times.
You know.
But we definitely appreciate it. Long as you listening, I don't give a damn how fast I talk. But Mike, you sent me a few things here, man. I said we might well go ahead and get this thing started on this question right here, man. We appreciate y'all tuning in with us, by the way. So, okay, let me go ahead and get this out of the way. So Lucas Strichter here had a question. He was like, I feel like the offensive line really needs to be addressed with Jake Matthews aging, McGarry on a proven year, and Mayfield coming off a rough first year. How do you feel about where we are right now, and how much do you believe we should invest in free agency and draft for the future? That's a very interesting question. That's a very foresight question right there. Hold on. What the hell was I doing? Oh, my bad, y'all. My bad. Okay. So, Mike. So basically, what his question is asking is, do we have faith in this offensive line, and do you have faith in the offensive line, and what necessary moves that they need to make down in the future? Because me personally, we got 2022 right now. I can't think about 2023 and beyond. We have to see what this team is this upcoming season to determine what kind of free agency moves we can make.
Mm-hmm.
So, go ahead, Mike, man. What's your take on that, man? What's your take on that? Give the people what they want.
I kind of feel the same way that you feel. I don't really care about what 2023 has in store. I think we got to focus on what we can do this year, and even 2021. I don't think about 2021. Don't give a dang about 2021 at all when it comes down to our offensive line, because this is a new quarterback. This is for the most part, like a lot of these players wasn't even what we got. A few guys, Zacchaeus, Kyle Pitts. This you know, you have the running back. I don't know why I just drew a blank, but Quadri Olison. Like you have him there, but like Cordero Patterson, and goddamn, why I got a brain fart today. But yeah, you got those guys here for the most part. So like, I don't really care about what 23 of the future, because we got to take care of what the hell is wrong with me today? I can't talk with shit today.
What?
We gotta take care of what we got. Bro, I'm falling all over my wires.
I'm about to say, man, what the hell?
Hell, have I been drinking? Damn.
Well, I don't know. Had Lizzo been over there or something?
That'll do it. That'll do it.
Lizzo came over there with a pork chop sandwich or something, bro.
Hey, man.
You tripping.
I can't talk to this. But hey man,
you over there drinking Casamigos or something, bro?
I don't know what's going on, bro. I have no clue. I'm fumbling all over my word, bro.
That boy drinking Everclear over there, boy. What the fuck?
Oh man, hey, I told y'all we ain't no experts over here, bro. We don't try to be no experts.
What's going on, Ty, man? Appreciate you joining us, man.
Hey,
boy.
man,
Mike over here telling nobody he over here drinking Everclear.
Hey man, hey man, I don't know what's going on, bro. But yeah, I don't. Hell, I forgot what the hell I was talking. The offensive line, right? Damn.
Look, no one said you displaying drunk co-host energy. All right, Mike, hold on. Come on. Hey, Mike, come. Hold on. We're gonna do this right here. We're gonna woosah here. Woosah.
Okay. Woo. All right. I'm good now.
All right.
I don't know what's going on. Hey man, I had them days. No, I don't have to rest. I'm good.
Somebody said, man, Robin Hood came and slipped something in your dress. Hell no.
Oh man. Okay, I'm back now. I think.
Oh.
um, what the hell we talking about?
All right, man. We're gonna put the damn question
Oh,
back
but
up, nigga. You
like,
tripping? Okay. Question is.
I forgot, man. Okay, man.
I told you, man. Them pork chop sandwiches got you fucked. That pork chop sandwich at Everclear got you jacked up
Oh
over
my
there,
god.
bro. So
All right.
basically,
All right,
he's
start
asking
over
in this.
again. Start over
Okay,
again now.
hold on. Rewind. Okay,
Uh,
Luke is asked. I feel like the offensive line needs to be addressed. With Jake aging, McGarry on a proven deal, and Mayfield coming off a rough field. How do you feel about where the Falcons are at right now, and how much do you believe we should invest in free agency and draft for the future?
well, I think the Falcons are they're good what they are. For the simple fact that there's something that we talked about on this was it Saturday show. Um, I was talking about the quarterbacks and the running game. Nobody's focusing on the quarterbacks to kind of take the pressure off of the passing game. Like now we're gonna have an extra guy that can get, if the running backs aren't doing it, we can lean on, Desmond Ridley to come in uh and and bring in and use some of those I guess those quarterback sneaks, those some of them RPOs, that type of stuff. So it's like if you
Mm-hmm.
got that, I don't think we're putting too much pressure on the offensive line and the running back to kind of focus on, carrying the team. And I think that's a good thing until the offensive line find a groove. Like it really for the offensive line, it comes down to chemistry. We talk about this all the time, going back to the years where you had uh Mud Duck, you had a lot of young guys, Harvey Dahl, Ryan Schrader, like those guys were not like those guys were like they came from the gutter, man. Like they weren't high draft picks. So when you have that, like I'm not worried about offensive linemen being talented enough. Obviously, we know they're talented, but um, once they gain that chemistry and that like it can take off from there. So I'm not worried about the offensive line. I'm more worried about how Arthur Smith is going to utilize these guys in the red zone. I said it before, red zone. I know we can move the ball because Arthur Smith is one of those guys who don't like to, take those deep shots a lot. So we're
Mm-hmm.
going to be able to move the ball 7, 5 to 8 yards at a time, slowly, methodically move down the field. We did that last year with Matt Ryan. Matt Ryan, and obviously, I didn't see this coming, but somebody put Matt Ryan name in the as their profile. But at the end of the day, I think what it comes down to it, man, like um, chemistry is going to be key this year. I don't think the issue is going to be the offensive line. And like I said, I'm not focused on 2022 or 2024. Like I'm focused on this year,
All right.
2023, 2024. I'm not worried about that. We need to focus on what we can do this year. Last year was last year. Matt Ryan is not here. Julio ain't here. Calvin really ain't here. Like we don't have those guys. We need to be focused on what we can do, and what we can do
Mm-hmm.
is this year. Focus on this year.
Hey, man. Yeah. I mean, when we actually kind of look at how this offensive line is, yes, it's patchwork. I mean, it's been patchwork. Um, when you think last year, okay, let's start with Jake Matthews. We just gonna go in the road that he was talking about with
Mhm.
Jake Matthews. Yes, he is aging, but is he really aging like that? Because this is gonna
Define
be
age.
Because I'm about to
Define
say
age.
this. Because I'm about to say
I
this is year 8 for him. It ain't like this is year
Mhm.
13.
Yeah.
You still got a few years left, but the thing about it is, you gotta find the right guy that we and Arthur Smith and Terry Fontenot are proving to us that they're looking for their guys, the guys that they deem that they want here. So if you don't really have a backup plan for Jay Matthews for this season, you never know. You might have one for the next year. But the thing is, you're not going to really know how to gauge the whole situation until the season is played out. Caleb McGarry, you're right. He's on a prove it year. This is one of those things where it's like, okay, you're a high draft pick. We traded up to get you. You haven't shown much. You've shown something that we can work with, but at the same time, we don't know if you're our guy. They want to see if he can take that to the next level.
Mm-hmm.
Because if that was the case and they gave up on him, they would have been cut him. Now you may say, okay, they didn't give him the 5th-year option. But if you really look at Caleb McGarry, he's that last pick in the first round is essentially really technically kind of a second round pick. So you're not really losing much there. Mm-hmm. Because you never know. Maybe the reason why they haven't given Caleb McGarry that 5th-year option is maybe they got plans on Jalen Mayfield moving back to right tackle if Caleb McGarry doesn't work out. And speaking of not Jay Matthews, Jalen. I said Jalen Mayfield, right? Okay, cool. Jalen Mayfield, we have to remember with him last season. He didn't know he was playing left guard until week 1 against Philadelphia.
Mm-hmm.
1. 2. You're taking an offensive tackle and moving him in the guard. That because I think the issue is people think offensive line is okay. You could plug and play any position on the line. All you do is go forward and block. It ain't as easy as you think it is.
Mm-mm.
You have different responsibilities as a tackle to as a guard. You have different responsibilities. So Jalen Mayfield was learning how to play guard throughout the season. It was a learning experience for him. The different angles that you have to block on, the different types of stunts, the different types of moves that you have to deal with from a defensive end and from a defensive tackle, 2 totally different things.
And even just the player habits, like you got to pick up on what Jake likes to do. Right. If his kick is a little bit, right, if he kicks a little further than the right tackle, like you got to pick up on like closing in those gaps. If Jake is one of those guys that like to close the inside a lot quicker because he knows he can get outside, like you got to understand that, like. Because if he doesn't understand that Jake likes to kick a little bit more outside because he's comfortable with the inside, like you got to understand that from a guard. Because what you don't want to do is like, all right, he's kicking outside. Well, I'm gonna let this guy in the middle, or I'm gonna let the guy on the inside. Like you got to understand those types of things, like the player's tendencies and how he likes to move and whatnot. Like in K-Style, like K-Style know when I'm feeling some type of way, when I'm feeling like I'm in my whole Mad Mike, and he feeling it. Like we gotta know when to let K-Style talk, let you talk, let Noah talk. Like it's a feel that you have being with your teammate. And like it's the same thing for guard. So he's been 1 year with Jake, with Matt Hennessy. So for me personally, this is one of the main reasons why I don't think they're gonna mess with the offensive line too much, because that chemistry, what you want is chemistry. Is really at this point, I think it's one person that's in jeopardy. That's in real, and I'm talking about some big time jeopardy. And it's
do we have to take a drink? Do we have to take a drink on that?
Yes, sir. That's exactly. I think that's the person that I think everybody looking at Mayfield and looking at McGarry and say, yeah, they in trouble. But I think Hennessy is really in a lot of trouble because it's all about chemistry. You can't keep moving the right tackle. You can't move the right guard. You can't move the left guard. But you can plug a center in there, and he may have a better cohesion and chemistry with those guys than Matt Hennessy. So it's easier to move the center than it is to move. Because if you look at what happened when we signed Alex Mack, our offensive line got better immediately. Why? Because he knew what he was doing. It wasn't because our offensive line sucked. He was just that glue in the middle. If you got a center that can hold everything, like he knows what he's doing, he can make those calls, he can see things. It's just like that. So, like I said, if there's any struggle with the offensive line, the first person that's going to be bench is going to be Matt Hennessy.
Right.
Well, I think K-Styles, I think you said that. I think you said that too.
So I'm seeing it in here. I'm seeing it in here. Let me see. I'm gonna get this comment right quick.
I didn't even see this comment.
Said people who suck at their job can have chemistry and still suck. I mean, it's only one way to damn find out. If you don't give them a chance, that person may suck for you, but he may be great somewhere else.
He may be helping somebody else. Like I said, that's the thing. Kate, like for instance, like I was just bringing up with K-Styles and like Noah, like at some point in time, like K-Styles don't want to talk. He a man of short words, but sometimes he want to say something. I gotta understand when he's in that mood. When he's in that mood to talk, I'm like, all right, he feeling good right now. I'm gonna just take a step back. You gotta. That's the same thing when it go for offensive lineman. You gotta understand. All right, Chris Lindstrom on his shit today. I ain't really got to pay him too much attention. Let me help out Hennessy a little bit more. You know what I'm saying? Those are the things you got to understand from a player standpoint. You got to know when to go too much, like you're going too much to the right. Like if you're going too much to the right, that's a damn Pro Bowl guard right there. You don't have to worry about it because it's Chris Lindstrom. So if Chris Lindstrom is on his A game, why am I helping too much to the right side? I need to be paying straight down the middle and towards the left because I know he's on his stuff. So these are the things that people don't talk about, like as far as the subtle nuances of offensive linemen, just football.
I got two questions. And that comment actually kind of I ain't gonna say it brought something to my head here for a second. And I think we talked about this before. Is do we really give people a chance to redeem themselves? To redeem themselves? Because like I said, you do know, you got to realize that 1 year is going to be different from another year. Do certain people say stuff like that for people that they don't want to see? Because I kind of find it interesting that if it was a player that they wanted to see, would they have that same energy? You see how that rhymes, right? So let's use this as an example. I'm gonna use this as an example here. Let's go into next year. We're gonna go into 2023. Now, this is just gonna take a couple minutes here. We're gonna go to 2023. Let's say, okay, because we already know the Desmond Ritter talk. The Desmond Ritter ain't shit talk. We know that.
Right.
I ain't even gave him a chance. So let's say you do draft a Bryce Young or CJ Stroud. If they struggle their first year, are you going to be quick to get rid of them there?
Mm.
And this is to him. If that guy struggled after the first year, are you going to be ready to get rid of him after year one?
Because Josh Allen, like you said, Josh Allen was bad his first season. Bad.
He was trash his first 2 seasons.
Mm-hmm.
Because Matthews has been consistent. Lindstrom has been consistent. Real question marks is 2 other positions that were on their first years actually started.
Mm.
And you have a right tackle that just needs to get better. So, I mean, when I think about it, it sounds like it kind of sounds like one of those entitled dating situations when I think about it. It's almost like, you know what? We're gonna say that for later. We're gonna say that. You know what? No, I'm gonna say it right now. It's like a woman turning down a man because he's a nice guy. Because it doesn't fit with what stimulates them. Instead of going through the processes of it, you want the instant gratification.
Ooh.
You're not going to find players that's going to come in and automatically be Pro Bowlers in year one. That shit don't happen often. You may get it year 2.
Mm-hmm.
You may get it year 3, but you want to see that increase getting better. You want to see them get better year after year after year.
Yeah, you don't get quarterbacks throwing a touchdown on their first pass quite often, okay? That don't happen.
And Angelo Hart here said it perfectly. We're trying to look for unicorns in every position instead of looking for building blocks.
Angelo, that's a great comment right there.
And I'm going to go ahead and answer this right quick. Because, Mike, you already did your video on there. So I'm going to just answer this right quick. I'm going to just answer this in a couple words. How big of an improvement should we expect Eddie Goldman to be over Anthony Rush and Howard? It's going to definitely be an improvement over Tyler Davidson. It's going to be an improvement over him. I'll tell you that much now. I'm not expecting him to be Pro Bowler, All Pro. The main thing in his thing is he's just gonna have to do his job. He's gonna have to hold the point of attack from his position. Is he going to start right away? We don't know. But the reality comes into it is they just needed a guy who has a physical mindset. Eddie Goldman has a physical mindset. He has a toughness about him. Like I said, I'm not expecting him to be no Pro Bowl. I ain't expecting him to be All Pro. I just expect him to come here and do a damn job.
Mm-hmm.
And what it is that's gonna rub off on the other guys as well. I mean, Grady Jarrett, he can do as much as he can, but if the other guys are not, you still need multiple leaders on that defense in that defensive front seven as well. And what Eddie Goldman does is essentially what this defensive line needed another bigger guy.
Mm-hmm.
A bigger guy that is proven in this league, because he's only a couple years removed from being one of the best run defenders in the game, outside of the COVID thing and the injuries. And he got a dip last year, but that's just coming back from the COVID shit.
Mm-hmm.
So I think it'll be a major. I think it'll definitely be a good improvement. I know it wasn't the in-depth answer y'all might be looking for, but I wouldn't be K Styles if I just gave it to you. Just a little shot. I give you a little shot. I ain't into sipping and shit. Give you a little shot. Take it to the head.
Right.
But that's definitely a good question. Like I said, I like it. Like I said, just for the toughness aspect of it.
I think that's what we got to understand. This team is looking for first. The athleticism is important, but that's not the first thing that they're looking for. You got to be able to be tough in this offense. Well, this team got to be tough on both sides of the ball. Even special teams, they're getting guys. If you look at what they're getting guys who are tough-minded physically. Like you got to be able to not only deal with the athletic part of the game, but like if you have a weak mindset where you're giving up, it's like you taking plays off. You're not gonna be able to play for this team, bro. Like you can already see it. These guys are not trying to bring in no cowards. They're not trying to bring in cowards. You got to have that swagger, whether you dancing with it or you just you talking smack. You got to have that swagger.
Right. Because a lot of people don't realize that attitude actually can take you further along than you realize.
Mm-hmm. Believe that.
But we definitely appreciate that question, man. But go ahead and get on to the next one. We're gonna get to the next one. We probably try to keep this thing about an hour, so we probably gonna do one more question that we got here. Let me see. Which one was it? Was it this one? We'll do this one. Which rookie from the 20? You know what? We'll do the other two. We'll probably do this one, but keep this one short. Which rookie from the 2022 draft class are you most excited to see? And shouts out to RC Plane Builder.
Yeah, that's pretty easy.
That's easy. That's about as easy. What you got on that?
Arnold Ibikite. We need an edge, bad. We need an edge to go along with Ogundeji. Like we gotta have a solid rotation. If we're gonna get the best out of Grady Jarrett, we need one of those rookies, whether it's Malone or Ibikite, like they gotta have a edge rotation that could give Grady Jarrett some time off, because like sometimes Grady he's been playing a lot. He played way too much edge last year for my liking. So if we're going to keep Grady in the middle of the field and taking advantage of those offensive guards and centers, them guards can't fuck with Grady. Right, just keep that 100. Like they can't mess with Grady. They cannot mess with Grady. He's too quick. He's too athletic. He's strong on top of it. The dude is just a beast. I'll take my chances with a Grady Jarrett against anybody's guard, and including Quentin Nelson. And I think Quentin Nelson is the best guard in the league. But I'll take my chances with Grady Jarrett over any inside interior lineman. Grady's just a damn beast. Like I said, he's in my opinion, he's second behind Aaron Donald. Just that dude can wreak havoc. He can destroy a game plan just on his own. That's how good he is. So yeah, that's
that sounds. That sounds real good. I mean, I think we are kind of excited to kind of see these edge rushers. I was gonna say one name, but Noah already said it, and then you know how for some godly reason, me and Noah always be on the same page and don't even realize it. So I'm gonna switch it up here. He said Tyler Algier. I'm gonna switch it up here. I'm gonna stick with the same position. I'm gonna go with D'Angelo Malone. That's what I'm excited to see.
Interesting.
Like between the two, between Ebiketie and between Malone, Ebiketie is the more explosive guy. Malone got some explosion on him, but Ebiketie explosion's on a whole nother level compared to him. But Malone is a little bit more polished as a pass rusher than Ebiketie is. And I think, and I say with this defense, and like I said, the theme of how they drafted defensively is pretty telling that they're looking for guys that have that attack mindset. Like you said, you see it with Ebiketie, you see it with Troy Anderson, you see it with Malone. Malone, he's a little bit more. What's the word I'm looking for? Cerebral with his. He's a little more cerebral than Ebiketie is.
Yeah, you can tell he's thinking when he's pressing the pass.
Right. But he got the explosion too. And it's going, and like I said, and it's very interesting to find out what side is he's going to be. Well, what side is they're going to use him on? Because when we see D'Angelo Malone, 9 times out of 10, he's over that left tackle. Ebiketie is too. So how are they going to match that dynamic? Who's going to get what side and who's going to get the other? Is Ebiketie going to deal with? Is Ebiketie going to be primary over the left tackle to use that explosion? Or you going to give D'Angelo Malone the opportunity to use that athleticism against the right tackle, who most offensive lines ain't as athletic? So, yeah, like I said, Malone is a little bit more. He's a little more cerebral with his, so I'm kind of excited to see that, because when you're dealing with looking at Dante Fowler for 2 seasons, Stephen Means for 2 seasons, I think you get kind of excited just to see something else.
That's really what it came down to. We need to see something happen.
You literally got 7 sacks out of those the last 2 seasons.
Well, that's
Think about that.
That's bad.
Starting 2 edge rushers, you got 7 sacks out of 2 seasons. Well, what Stephen Means, you got 1 sack in 3 seasons. Yeah, he was with us for 3 years. You got 1 sack out of him, and you got Dante Fowler. You got 6.5 out of him in 2 years. Nah, bro. We want to see something. We want to see a little bit of young blood over there and see what they can do. But let's see. We got one more here. But yeah, Mike says Ebiketie. I said D'Angelo Malone. And I got one thing to say about that when we talk about pass rushers. I still got a bone to pick with fucking the Buffalo Bills.
Oh man, I think we
I
both
still
do.
got I got a bone to pick with the Buffalo Bills.
Yeah.
Wait a minute. Miss Maggie said we need to see some more likes. We got 100 people in here. It better be 50 likes in this thing. So we're gonna go ahead and hit the y'all better hit the like music.
Yeah, hit that music so we can get them likes up, man.
If it decides if we want to play, we need a like. We need Maggie on the like chat. You got to get at least about 45, 50 likes. So we definitely appreciate y'all. We got to hit the music. Y'all make sure y'all go ahead and hit that like button. Make sure you go ahead and share. Make sure you subscribe to 6-Man K Styles as well as Mad Mike Sports and Atlanta Falcon Nation.
Oh yeah.
Because we are the Unholy Alliance. It's 30 of us strong, and y'all ain't finna take us on. All right. That was the quickest up and likes ever.
Hey, we appreciate that.
So she said she about to come in there, boy. She about to give you that Cowboys post game energy. She was gonna give y'all that Cowboys post game energy. I ain't
If y'all haven't seen, y'all got to check that one out.
That was the legendary intro of that post game show. I'm fucking pissed. All right. Noah said we up at 64, so we definitely appreciate y'all on that, man. I think there was one more question.
I see a question. I see that.
What question you got for us?
I guess I'll get this out of the way. I thought I did, but I'll get this one out the way. But Mike, if Calvin comes back, does that step on the toes of Drake London like Julio would? I think you already know our answer on this situation, but let's just say if he does, let's just say he does come back and the Falcons miraculously say, "Oh, we're going to forgive you for all you've done. You cost us the first round pick, possibly two, but that's not there. We're forgive. All right. I'm gonna try to do my Martin Luther King thing right now. I'm gonna forgive and be nice. Okay. Hell no. For one, Calvin, he would never step on because he's a great wide receiver. If anything, he's gonna help Drake London. Like great wide receivers don't step on guys' toes if you're great. Having a Calvin Ridley and a Drake London with a Kyle Pitts together, those guys gonna eat because somebody gonna see one-on-one. And I know for sure that Drake London against any DB with his size and speed, he's gonna be able to get. He's gonna be able to get open. The same for Kyle Pitts. You put him one-on-one with anybody, Kyle Pitts is gonna eat. Well, we already know that Calvin Ridley is one of the best young. I wouldn't even say young. He's better. He's one of the better route runners in the NFL. So we know he can win one-on-ones. So I don't think he stepped on anyone's toes. I think it's more so if he comes in with the attitude that he's a changed man and his teammates don't feel any way about him. Like I don't think he stepped on that. Drake doesn't see me like he don't come across to me like some whiny ass crybaby. Like, he don't strike me as an Antonio Brown. You know what I'm saying? Oh, he's gonna take my target away. I don't see Drake as that. Like I don't see. He just looks like a guy. Like if you need him to block, you need him to go over the middle. He gonna do his job. That's what Drake kind of strikes me at.
I'm just gonna personally say this, to be honest with you. I don't need Calvin Ridley back. We can say anything about he's a great wide receiver. He can get open. He's a great route runner, stuff like that. There's an issue here. You're traded for Brian Edwards.
Mm-hmm.
You're expecting Brian Edwards to be your number 2 for at least the next couple years. Why the hell am I bringing back Calvin Ridley? And the main thing, the reason why you bring in a guy like a Brian Edwards, because he has a mentality that you were looking for that you didn't have in your wide receiver core last season. Is he the route runner that Calvin Ridley is? No. Is he as fast as Calvin Ridley? No. But he did, but there's one main difference that I saw. When it came to catching the ball in the short intermediate game, I saw him trying to make yardage going upfield. I saw Calvin really try to catch them balls in that short run thing. He was running backwards.
Oh, goodness.
So Keith Smith said, hell no, he wanted to trade and he got shit. He didn't get traded yet. But nah, it's all about the mindset. And the thing is, we don't know with Calvin Ridley. We don't know if he was a product of Julio. We don't know if he was a product of Julio being on the other side or not. We don't know. See, but my thing is, I want my wide receiver going forward instead of backwards and sideways. That's why they say you look going forward in life. You don't go sideways and backwards.
Don't look behind you.
Don't look behind you.
You turn into stone.
Because, and I'm gonna end it with this sentence here. That Kansas City game, the Falcons versus the Chiefs. That's all I needed to know right there. If y'all don't know what I'm talking about, look up Calvin Ridley, Silk Sonic backsliding on that damn game against the Kansas City Chiefs.
Ooh, boy.
That boy was looking like Bruno Mars out there, the way that he was avoiding that. He's like, I'm going to leave the door open. Yeah, he damn sure left the door open. I'm going to leave the door open. I'm going to leave the door open. He said he's about to run for a touchdown. All of a sudden, he's just up. Okay, I'm going to go there. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead. You ain't gotta answer this one, Mike, but I'm gonna go ahead and answer this one, man. He said, let's say if we have money, who you getting in free agents? Depends on who out there. It depends on what the team is. We can't really say for sure because it's all gonna be dependent on the team's success. But you gotta remember this is a young Falcon team. And if you can get the same record or slight improvement off of there, it's really gonna set up for what you want to do in free agency. So the thing is, if you're expecting this team to be so bad, and I'm not saying you expecting it, well, I don't know how you think on that, but if you got people. D. Coleman, point your finger to the moon. Yeah, Calvin Ridley wasn't looking at the finger nor the moon. He was looking at the pretty butterflies on the side somewhere. You're like, what say? It is like a finger pointing away to the moon. He wasn't looking at the finger. He wasn't looking at the moon. He was like this. Ooh, I'm a pretty butterfly. Don't concentrate. What the hell are you looking at? Damn, that shit hurt. God damn. I ain't really hit myself that hard. Oh yeah, look. Yeah. Clifford Franklin. That yes, I forgot about it. Yeah, Clifford Franklin is looking. No, he was like, what is that? Hey Butler, if you don't mind, I would love to get your autograph after the game. Man, motherfucker body slammed the shit out of him. See, but the issue is he's talking about obviously we still need to make moves. But the issue is you don't. But the thing is, you don't know what this season's gonna be. See, you're hoping that
you don't know.
Fail.
Exactly what I was about to say. You don't know who might develop. You might get a guy that end up having 10 sacks, 15 sacks this year, and then you out here trying to spend money on a guy you already got.
So the question you would ask to a person like that is, if they won more than 6 games, would you be mad if they won more than 6 games? That's a good question. If the Falcons won 7 or more games, would you be mad? Because that sounds like somebody that would be mad. Now we don't do the ad no more because y'all motherfuckers don't know how to get on and do anything. So
oh boy.
I about to say if you do that, post your Twitter on there. Tomorrow I can send you a link and you can come on personally. I ain't finna put the link in here because we got about another damn 10 minutes and we had people on here, but we've been on here for another hour and a half. No, he said anything under 9 is bad. No, would you be mad if they won more than 6? That's the difference. You know what? Should we? You think we should?
Man.
Like I said, bro, we got 10 minutes. Okay, hold on. MVGs. If we do this, we got 10 minutes. So you better make your voice clear and steady. Because we swear wasn't gonna do this. We swore we wasn't gonna do this. So we got 10 minutes left in the show. You got a minute to respond. So, but back to Clifford Franklin ass. So see? Look. I'm leaving now. But Mike, should we go ahead and implement that rule? Hold on, let me. Look. Remember, this is what he said. I'm letting y'all see that. He said, add him. He said he drive for DoorDash. He can't jump on right now. And that's it. And this is exactly why we don't do people that challenge us. Because 9 times out of 10, when we do that, then all of a sudden now I'm at work, or I don't want to do it, or I'm getting some head over here, or something, so I ain't gonna be able to do it. Or I might be doing something else. I don't know.
A sore throat. Look. My Xbox request is that's a new one. Come on.
Xbox Live requested. The fuck? Okay. So since that's not gonna happen, we're gonna have hey man, whatever, man. If you don't want to get on, that's fine. We're gonna go ahead and move on to the final part of the show. Somebody said he's getting chased by zombies. You say he playing Left 4 Dead?
Now he trying to say there was a Xbox Live request.
Oh Lord, man, bro, don't even worry about it. Let's go ahead and get to this final part of the show. I'm not finna be on here for another 20, 30 damn minutes. I gotta work in the morning. We're gonna debut something tonight. We're gonna call this the sit your goofy ass down comment. What they talking about? Y'all done heard this feeling. We're gonna call this the sit your goofy ass down comment, which means I done found something that we're gonna say sit your goofy ass down on. And today's sit your goofy ass down comment. Mike, I want you to see this. I want everybody to see this. Look what I found on Twitter a couple days ago. Well, actually, it was sent to shouts out to Devontae and Rashad. They sent this to me on Twitter. Look at it. Let's read the conversation, shall we? James Schroeder. Yes, their Twitter handles are shown here. So yeah, we ain't blocking shit. Matt Ryan brought the energy of a baby sloth. Baller shot caller. I mean, we already know he ain't got no damn money. He called himself baller shot caller. He ain't got no damn money. He said when Matt Ryan was the quarterback of the Georgia Dome, felt like a MAGA rally. When Vic was playing in the Dome, it felt like Freaknik, like we was going to see the greatest player ever to put on cleats. It was exciting. Baller shot caller. Sit your goofy ass down. Well, both of y'all sit y'all goofy asses down. Because
like a MAGA rally.
Let's put that back up. Let's put that back up. Look at it. Well, they can see both of our faces now, so we can leave that in the center. Look at that. First of all, what the hell is the energy of a baby sloth? Is he trying to say that he's slow running the ball? Is he trying to say that he looks like a hairy animal? What's he trying to say? The energy of a baby sloth. Is he trying to call him? Is he trying to say he's mentally slow? Nobody know what the energy of. Hell, if I know sloths don't burn energy like that. That's why they move so damn slow. But damn that first one. We get to this one right here. The Dome felt like a MAGA rally. When Vic was playing, it was felt like Freaknik. Did the Georgia Dome feel like a MAGA rally when the Falcons was in the NFC Championship game?
2 times.
Twice. Did it feel like a MAGA rally when the Falcons went to the Super Bowl the second time? Because if I remember correctly, you said the Dome felt like it was Freaknik. No, read it. He said when Vic was playing in the Georgia Dome, it felt like Freaknik, like we was going to see the greatest player ever to put on cleats. It was exciting.
Can I pull a Chauncey?
Go ahead. That's what I was waiting on. That's what I was waiting on.
Some of y'all mama should have took the after pill more than after pill. Like that.
So you said, what you said? So,
Some of y'all mama should have took them morning out the bill because this is literally the dumbest shit I ever like. A MAGA rally.
a mag around.
So your kid,
Wait,
like basically,
hold on. Wait a minute. I just thought about something. How can it be a MAGA rally if it's a black city? Because
that
that's
makes
the
sense.
main thing. Because that's the main thing that this type of jackass normally would say. We need Michael Vick here because Atlanta was a black city. How you gonna be a black city and allow a MAGA rally at a stadium that's supposed to be in a black city? This is gonna get people looking at me side eye for saying that, but like I said, it wasn't a MAGA rally when they went to the NFC Championship game. You couldn't buy a Falcon shirt nowhere. Just the week before, you could buy Falcon merchandise anywhere. Once they went to that NFC Championship game, oh, those folks that didn't like the Falcons then, damn sure became Falcon fans then.
Bruh,
I'm just saying.
yeah, you need to sit your goofy ass down with that. This
Free nitty. So the dome felt like STDs and free love sex. That's what you're saying. So Ron Mexico. So you wanted to be around Ron Mexico. That's what you want to be around, huh? 2 winning seasons over 6. I didn't know. I didn't. But like I said, this proves the point that excitement is more important than winning. You want to win exciting? No. I'm gonna take that back. You want to win the exciting way and lose the exciting way, then win the boring way. All I'm gonna say at the end of that is, bruh, sit your goofy ass down. Now, okay, we're gonna come in here. Huh?
I'm not even gonna respond to that.
All right. Okay. So, like I said, we got a few more minutes. So we not finna go no 2 hours here.
Yo.
What's happening, man? What's going on with you?
Hey, what's up, y'all?
What you got for us?
Nah. Hey, I don't want y'all to get confused and think I was like coming at y'all reckless. I mean, watching y'all for years, just
Oh no!
I can disagree sometimes.
Oh no! The issue was we never had the issue of the disagreement. That ain't nothing. The only thing that we kind of get on folks on is when they start disrespecting us in the disagreements. That's it. I don't care about no disagreements, man. Like I said, you got like I said, you gotta have a voice, man. Like I said, if you feel like the offensive line is bad,
yeah,
that's how you feel. But like you said, what only the and I don't and the thing is I don't like throwing what ifs like that too often. But what if they improve this? What if they exceed your expectations for this season?
Look. I feel like we had that same conversation for like 3-4 years now, and like y'all older than me, but y'all obviously got a lot more patience than me. And I feel like with some dudes, you either got it or you don't. And I feel like there should really be like more like if he been around for like 2 seasons and he's still producing the same shit, we need to find something else. This the NFL, man. Like, we trying to win now. Like, we can't. I ain't saying I got the Falcons tatted on me. Can't nobody say we a bad team. but we got to step it up. Like we kind of just taking it little by little, a little bit too much. Like it's starting to look like a homegrown team now. You know, this my opinion.
So who do you feel? So is that directed towards a certain guy on the offensive line, or you just talking about the whole unit in general?
I mean, like I don't care for McGurry. I feel like he already reached his peak, and I'm not impressed with it. Hennessy is, I mean, and what's the other dude, Jalen?
Right.
So I feel like we got three dudes on the offensive line that's suspect, and I feel like we got two guys that is not going to get better. Maybe one guy can get better, but I feel like we just being too patient with people who need to move around next season.
But the only thing that I wouldn't say challenge you on this, but like I said, you said
Hey,
two
lay down.
years. You said 2 years.
I mean,
Mayfield was a
I was just like throwing out a ballpark.
yeah.
Like, you know, like when we have the same dude on a team that been around for a minute and you don't see no change. Like
Let me
like
ask you
sooner
this
or
question.
later, you know, like yeah.
Let me ask you this question. You ever heard of this guy? It's two guys, legendary guys. One of them, they both play for the same team. One of those guys used to play for the Atlanta Falcons. You know who that guy is?
Man, let's
Brett Favre. All right. The other guy is
don't
Aaron
do that.
Rodgers. You
Don't
see
do
where I'm
that.
going? No, hold on.
Don't
Listen to where
don't
I'm
do
going.
that.
Listen where I'm going. Both of those guys got off to a slow start. Aaron Rodgers didn't play for 3 years. Brett Favre was absolute turd shit the first 2 years of his career. If we give up on guys after 2 years, can we really like you could possibly give away good players if you give up on them on 2 years. 2 years ain't really like
Hey,
long enough to judge anybody.
There there's a difference between being slow and just being bad. Like some people that's not it.
but but the
You know, I
thing
mean,
is,
like, and some dudes can build up. Like, look. Like, I'm a fan of every player. I'm gonna give you a chance. Like, I was a big Vic Beasley fan. I'm like, I give you a chance. Like, I'm a big Falcon fan. But like, that, like I said, maybe some people just more patient than I am. But it's just some players. I mean, I know it gotta be some people who agree with me. It's just some players who is just not finna get there. It was better in college, really.
but you could say, but the thing that we're only thing we're going to say about that is you don't know. Like I said, you may think you know. Hell, we may think we may know what a guy's potential is, but we're not going to know
And I
until
feel like we
after a
had
certain
this
time.
conversation before for a minute too. Like we the
But
Falcons, like there been hella dudes who been on the team, and we been like, hey, just give him a chance. I'm
That's
pretty sure
literally
he gonna
every
be better
team in the
next
league
year,
that
and
have had
it's
this
not.
conversation.
see, but
Every team.
if you have a mindset like that, this is where we're kind of going with. This is where we're going with this. Like I said, we're not trying to bash you on it or nothing like that. But
Oh
we're
no,
saying
no.
like that. But like I said, when you have a mindset like that, a lot of times, and you don't really give certain guy a chance. Cause like I said, there's a perfect example, and it was said earlier. If you have that mindset for a guy like a Josh Allen, who was absolute dog shit the first 2 years, and you quit to give up on him, and you see where Josh Allen is at now. Josh Allen is considered one of the
He was
MVP
horse.
candidate quarterbacks in the league right now.
All right, well here's another thing too. You don't really have to give up on people, but you don't need to settle for less too. I feel like some dudes is just feeling like, well, these is our guys. We might as well just stick with it for like the next 5 years. You know, there's
But
I feel like we settle for less a little bit too much as a team. This is
Why
but
the
my
hell we
personal
settle for
but
opinion.
but
less?
but do you think by bringing in veterans, especially in free agency, the way they did, don't you think that maybe that's something that they're taking in consideration? Because if you're looking at a Jalen Mayfield, you draft a Justin Schaefer who has experience at guard, but you're also bringing in a Jermaine Ifedi, bringing in an Elijah Wilkinson to try to speed up that process.
Yeah.
So that way, and then like I said, the main issue, even though we do talk about these chances with the Falcons, there's one major element in this team the last few years that we didn't have, and that was depth, veteran depth for this team. Because when we look at, for example, like you said with a Vic Beasley's numbers started going down when who left? Mr. Spin Cycle himself.
Mm-hmm.
When Dwight Freeney left, then you saw Vic Beasley start to go down a little bit. You bring in a Jack Crawford, Vic Beasley numbers go back up. So the thing about it is, when you're looking at a guy like a Jalen Mayfield and a Matt, like I said, we already said Matt Hennessy, this is a do or die year for him anyway. We know that. But the thing is, we can't put a ceiling on a guy that we don't even know. We don't really know. We could think that okay, he sucks.
Well, what do you think about Caleb?
Okay, this is a do or die year for him too. Anyway, like I said, this is why they didn't give him that 5th-year option. They want him to prove himself. Once again, that's why you bring in a Jermaine Ifedi. This is why you bring in Elijah Wilkinson to get him to speed that process up. Now, if he doesn't work out in training camp or nothing, now you got veteran tackles that can take his spot. This is where the depth come in for this team. The problem with the Falcons had no depth. That's why when certain guys got hurt, the team looked worse than it did. Am I right?
Yeah, I feel you.
Yeah. So the thing is, man, when we say give it time, it's not so much to give it time as to try to make excuses for guys. It is to, like I said, you gotta you let them fuck up, but you bring in guys, that veteran guys that, okay, I know he ain't shit, but I got this guy that's been in the league for a while that knows this.
Mm-hmm.
This is this, like I said, this is how. Go ahead, Mike.
Let me say this, because what it all comes down to is like you got to have a foundation. If you keep getting rid of everybody and you don't have a foundation to build off of, for example, the reason why Grady Jarrett and Jake Matthews is still here is because they're foundational guys. These guys are not going to be here for the next 5 to 10 years. We all know that. Unless Grady just have one of them Tom Brady breakout careers, it's not going to happen. So
right.
Why you're bringing these, like the reason why Julio and Matt Ryan had to go is because Julio is obviously right now he's just not healthy. All right, Matt Ryan is gone because $40 million. We can't build a team if we constantly paying him $40 million a year, or damn near close to it. So you can't build on top of those guys. So that's why Calvin Ridley was ultimately still here, because you can build on those guys. Grady Jarrett is fairly a young guy, so you can build on those guys. So it's not so much these guys are here because we're selling for mediocrity. You have to have a foundation for these players to come in and learn. You would never know what Arthur Smith's vision is if you didn't have guys that you're going to have these veteran players to learn from as a foundation. So this is the reason why we say we can't get rid of players just because we get rid of players, because after 2 years, can you say after 2 years? All right, you go to school at 5 years old. Let's just say that you go to school.
Oh, man, come on, man. These guys are
5 years old.
Bro.
You think after
and they went through college.
School, you think you smart enough to run a company after 2 years? You think you smart enough to run a company after 5 years old? Those are 2 years. I'm just asking
because you got to think about it. There's 256 players drafted every year.
Every year. You think you know
And
everything after 2 years?
Bro,
and maybe only about 10% of them gonna be even
look,
worse than that.
I just be having so many flashbacks of Matt Ryan laid up on the ground because of this weak ass offensive line, man. I just don't want to go through the same shit again, man.
How many
so
teams
good.
in the league you got that though? But literally, like this, when you look at some of the best quarterbacks have terrible offensive linemen. Lamar Jackson, he's constantly running for his life.
Deshaun Watson was running for his life. Kyler Murray was running for his life.
At the end of the day, man, this is our team. You know, this is our team.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like if we can be better than the next team, we being better than the next team. This is our team. Like I just don't like doing those. Well, the other team don't have this and the other team don't have that. I mean, they've been having better years than us too. Like we need this. It has been bad for a minute. You know, like we all missed that old Super Bowl run. Like we need this to get back up. Like this is our team.
Let me ask you this. Let me ask you this.
Let me get this out real quick. Oh, go ahead, Mike. Mike. I wanted to get something out right quick. But go ahead, K-Star. I was about to say, how can you build a consistent winner if you don't have a foundation? That's all I'm gonna say on that.
We have a foundation. Hey, and that's the thing, like I said earlier, like I ain't saying that's like strictly give up on like dudes who you feel like can get better. I'm just saying like you need to have like a I can't even come up with that word, but like it's like strong, like you know, when people walk in our building, it's like, hey, you need to, you know, get to work. Like, oh, that shit. Like, I'm trying to explain. Like, I just don't want certain people to feel comfortable on this team. That hey, they need people anyway.
None of these guys are paid. You have Jake Matthews. He's a Pro Bowler, still playing at a Pro Bowl level. You got Jaden Mayfield 1 year, Hennessy 2 years, Lindstrom and as well as Lindstrom and McGarry. These guys have played. These guys haven't played 5 or 6 years.
And I'm not. But some of these guys been low key good. When like Jake Matthews and stuff. And plus, I'm not talking about we should just purge the team. You know, and I agree with a lot of things that y'all saying. You know, it just can't be too nice to certain motherfuckers. You know, well, excuse my language, but this can't be too patient. I feel like we just been way too patient for like 8 years now. I feel like we ain't have nothing good to show for.
Everybody gone. We're not being nice to anybody.
I feel like we've been rebuilding for too long.
Hold on for a second.
But at the end of the day, too, like it's really just the few dudes on the offensive line that I had a problem with. I really wasn't on though. We need to get rid of them now. You know, it just they need to be. Some of these guys need to be put on notice. I just feel like some people just too like. I just don't feel like we should settle for less like we always do.
Hold on, Styles, because this brings me to this is something that I've been talking about all the time.
G, turn that down, G.
And I'm talking about this is the reason why I say we got to look at the players around them. How can you expect offensive linemen to be great when you got fucking trash behind them? What are he playing with? We playing out there with Oompa Loompas. We don't have a consistent running game. We our quarterback running for his life. Our wide receivers can't get off the break. Our defensive linemen can't even get to the damn quarterback without hitting jumping jacks in the damn air. How are these guys going to get better when you have nothing around them? That's the issue. I hear what you're saying, but you can't get better if you got fucking trash behind them. And constantly getting rid of people after 2 years, you're not giving them time to develop as players. If I would have given up after 1 year of doing this shit, you would not be having Mad Mike right now. You would not have K-Styles and Miss Maggie AFN if we gave up after a year because I wasn't good enough.
because
he thought he was good enough.
Because you also have to remember Jay Matthews. Everybody wanted Jay Matthews gone after year 2, after that fourth quarter in the Super Bowl when Jay Matthews did all them holding calls.
Yes, everybody
wanted to get rid of him.
Oh, I forgot about that.
So that was I said. I'm trying to see where you come. I think what you're trying to say is you just want them to show that they can get it done. This is where you coming from. I think the way that you was kind of wording it, it kind of confused you a little. It kind of confused what you was trying to say. But I think we kind of got it now. It's like you feel like okay, in order for this offense,
he's just tired of damn waiting for win. He want to win right now. He's just tired of damn waiting to win. That's all.
Yeah, I mean pretty much that. But also,
I mean the Hawks just did the most a few days ago too. So, but I already know about the cap situation too. So I'm trying to be realistic about it.
Right. And shout out to my homie, Let's Get It, GA, who finally done got over the 1K hump, man. We definitely congratulations on you. To the homies, Mad Mike and Sis, man, salute to y'all boys. Hey, man, definitely salute to you too, man. But yeah, man, at the end of the day, man, as all of us as Falcon fans, we are tired of them losing too. we all tired of them.
And that's the thing. I don't want nobody to say I'm one of those toxic fans or like one of those like dudes that want to demand everything. I'm not that. It's just sometimes when I see bullshit, but sometimes when I see, I call it out. That's just how I am sometimes. But yeah.
I mean, but like I said, at the end of the day, man, we all want to see this team get better. We all want to see this team win, man, because as fans of the Atlanta Falcons, man, we don't want to see them lose. But we gotta also have to look at circumstantial wise as well, that a lot of times it's not gonna go the way everybody think it's gonna go. I mean, but like I said, because it ain't like we the Buffalo Bills where we had a 20-year playoff drought. We're literally
what 3?
Well, about 4 years now. It's 4 years now. Like I said, that's a long time. But like you said, if you look at from 2017 unto 2021, the philosophies of the whole entire franchise shifted every year after that. And that was the issue with the Falcons, is you didn't have an identity. You didn't have a mindset that you wanted this team to be. And this is where the inconsistencies of the Falcons came in at, man.
And we're going to let you go after this. Appreciate it. Yeah. But I want to get this out. I think we talked about this before. I think the frustration is just like people, we were so close to a Super Bowl win and people just won't let that go. It's PTSD at the end of the day.
That's PTSD, man. It is.
I just call it what it is. It's called, like, you got to stop bullshitting. Everybody, we were so close to a championship and we trying to hurry up and get back to that, to that spot. Let's just call it what it is. We're trying to hurry up and get. Arthur Blank wants to get there. We want to get there. We see the Braves won. We saw the damn Georgia Bulldogs won. We're trying to get there too. So I totally get where you're coming from. Where a lot of people coming from, but we got to be realistic. This shit is not going to be an easy turnaround.
Right. Oh, I know what I was forgot to say. Back to that Freaknik comment right quick.
Oh my God, no.
I said I kind of find it funny. No, I kind of find it funny that he said Matt Ryan was like a MAGA rally.
I didn't say that.
No, not you. We're talking about the comment we talking about. It's kind of funny that dude said it was like a MAGA rally. But I bet you he a Georgia Bulldog fan where most of the MAGA rallies in Georgia.
Oh my God, y'all give it good time. Oh,
hell no.
So, hey, I'm just saying, man. So we're gonna go ahead and wind it down for the night, man. Hey, MVG, man, we appreciate you coming on, man.
Everybody ain't got guts to come on and I'll just.
Hey, I appreciate y'all for real, man. I've been watching y'all for years now. You know, I really
Right.
do. I really didn't even think y'all was actually gonna put me on here, to tell you the truth.
I
Yeah,
mean,
a lot of people
like I
think
said, like I said, the thing about it is when we do the invites and we try to invite people, people don't want to show. People that want to come on and try to. I ain't gonna say challenge their opinion, but try to give a difference of opinion. They don't want to show up, so it's like, okay, what now? And then you actually had the guts to do it. So, like I said, you got a lot of respect from the people watching it because you actually came on. You was respectful. Like I said, we took your information, you took our information, and we just came to agreement at the end, man. And
We all
this
Falcon
is,
fans.
yeah, but at the end of the day, this is what it's all about. It's all about having a conversation on the team we like, man. And this is all we want.
Hey, God bless y'all.
All right, man, bro. You take it easy, man. All right. Let's go ahead and get them off here. All right, so let's go ahead. We're gonna go ahead. We got to do the intro. I see Alex back there, but goddamn it, it's too late now. we get him.
God damn it, it's too late.
We ain't trying to be on here until about 12 o'clock. We let Alex come on.
That's literally all we want, to just try to ask you questions, try to see how you think and why you think the way. That's it.
Right.
Ain't no more than that. Ain't nobody trying to put y'all in position to look stupid and not look. We're just trying to understand. That's all.
But if you say something stupid, look, all I'm gonna say, if you say something stupid, I'm gonna let you keep on saying. We don't want to be like Robin Hood back here, boy. We don't want Robin Hood back in this thing.
Right. No, boy, that was a moment.
But let's go ahead and do the outro properly.
Oh, my goodness.
So, we appreciate y'all tuning in to Cooler Talk Monday. As you already know, make sure you go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Not only to Mad Mike Sports, but 6-Man K Styles. We are 59 away from the 1K mark, and we're going to get there before the season starts. So we definitely appreciate everybody tuning in tonight, and make sure you watch out for the 6-Man combo on 6-Man K Styles channel, as we will be talking about Grady Jarrett.
Ooh, boy.
So y'all make sure y'all tune in to that. So, as I say here, we ain't here to play.
No.
We here to stay.
Ooh, yeah.
You ain't got to go home.
But you gotta get the hell out of here.
And if you don't like that, my man Jimmy always going to have some words for you. Jimmy, what did we tell these people?
And if you two don't like it, you can just pass the blunt to the nigga on your left.
Deuces.